Hi there, this is Evan from SNES Central. As you might have known from my website, the updates are quite sporadic, and this is because I do a lot of traveling around the world. As a result of my travel, my Super Nintendo collection tends to be in storage most of the time. Most of it's in storage at my parents' place, and since I'm at my parents' place, I have an opportunity to go through some of this stuff. Most of my stuff is in a couple of boxes down here. I apologize for the shaky video. It's in basically two boxes here. I'll go through a few of the things that I have. The first thing is prototype. So prototype Might and Magic. So prototype Might Magic 3. Of course, it says final on it, and it is final. Kind of boring. Another interesting thing that I have is a Super Smart Joy. And this is a Super NES controller to PC adapter that was produced by Lick-Sang back in the early 2000s. Of course, we all know that Sony sued them into oblivion, so unfortunately they don't make great products like this anymore. Another interesting thing is the Pro Action Replay 3. I originally bought it to play PAL games on my NTSC Super Nintendo. Fortunately, it was broken and doesn't really work. Oh well. Another interesting item is the power plug. This is sort of like a substitute for a advanced controller. It has like turbo and slow motion and auto buttons. You can also program moves into it, so it's kind of neat. It's also officially licensed, which is unique. A whole bunch of controllers. This is a crappy Chinese controller. I think it came with my Super Smart Joy. It doesn't really work very well. I have a Super Famicom controller. And this is courtesy of Matthew Callis. And thanks for him to sending this to me. I have some Super Famicom games. I bought this in Japan. This is Far East of Eden 0, which is interesting because it has a real-time clock in it. And a whole pile of games here. Some of them are complete, some are not. It's all compressed in a box though, of course. All sorts of things. I have a nice collection of Super Famicom games with special coprocessors in them. Super NES mouse. Most of the games in here are kind of games that I wouldn't really play very often. There are some gems in it, like Aero the Acrobat 2. It's somewhat rare. It's a pretty fun game. Though you get crap like fun-in games, play this once and then throw it in the box, never to be played again. This other box mostly contains manuals and flattened boxes and inserts. Not much to it. These are my two Super Nintendos. I have a PAL one and a NTSC one. As you might have noticed, this has got pretty dirty and yellow because I left it outside and it got sort of, well, not outside, but where it can get dirty. You can see it's got yellow over the ears. This is my original Super Nintendo. I got this back in 1992 for Christmas. In this bag are most of the games that I took with me when I lived in Australia, so it's for the most part a bag full of quality games. So you can see like Final Fantasy II, this game I got for my birthday back when I was I guess 11 years old, back in '93. Other things like Chrono Trigger. Yeah, lots of good games here. Castlevania 4, one of my favorites. Oh yeah, this is interesting. This is, oh, it says Stanley Cup Hockey. It's a retro flash. This is actually an early flash card. It can only hold one game at a time though, but when I got it, it was pretty neat. This came along with an actual ROM dumper, which I don't have conveniently here. Yeah, these are my good games. I think I'll be keeping these in storage for now, but it's nice to have some games that are fun to play. But some can't use with a flash card like this, Super Mario RPG. I've had a good amount of enjoyment with all of these games. So yeah, for SNES Central, this is Evan, and I hope to make some more videos soon.